Good morning, children. Welcome back to the class. Today's date is 14th September 2020. So, as you know, we have been doing lesson number 5, the Northern Mountains. So, in our previous class, we have discussed few topics. So, let us do a quick recap of our discussion that we did in our last class. So in our last class, we have talked about the three important ranges of the Himalayas, the Himadri, the Himachal and the Shivalik, right? So let us read few of the points. So Himadri is the northernmost range. So the height of the Mount Everest is 8,848 meter, which is the highest mountain in the world. And the Mount Everest, it lies in the Himadri range. Then Ganga originates from a glacier called Gangotri, which is also in Himadri range. Now the climate in Himadri range is very cold, snow-covered peaks. All throughout the year, the peaks are covered with snow, and they receive very few rainfall, hardly any rainfall. Okay, so that's why it is scanty rainfall. Then we have got the Himachal range. So Himachal range lies to the south of the Himadri range. To the south of the Himadri, we have the Himachal range. Then valleys like Kashmir and Kulu and hill stations like Mussoorie and Nainital are located in this region. And Rohtang Pass is also located in this region. Then we have got the Shivalik range, the lowest range. It is in the southernmost and the lowest range out of the three ranges. Now this range has an average height of 3,000 to 4,000 meter height, and it extends from Tista River in Sikkim across Uttarakhand, moving towards northwest to the Beas River and into the northern Pakistan. So it starts from Tista River and then to the northern Pakistan. Then towards the south of the Shivalik range is the flat marshy area called the Terai region. Now Shivalik range also have the flat land which is full of marshy. Marshy means full of grasses, okay? And this particular region is called Terai region. So this is what we have read in our previous class. Now today we will be discussing why do the Himalayan mountains have such diversity. The three of the ranges, right? We have discussed the three of the ranges, and there is no similarity between the Himadri, the Himachal and the Shivalik range. And due to lots of diversities, their climate, their plants and people, they have everything is different there. So like for example, the climate of the regions, the plants and animals found in each of the regions are different. And due to the diversity, it also affects the occupation of the people. The work that people do in the Shivalik ranges are not done by the people living in the Himadri range. There is a vast difference. So we will get to discuss about all these stuffs now. The first one that we will be starting with the Himadri range. As you can see, here you have in Himadri range the plants like Feed, Cheer, then Deodar trees. These are very famous because they grow in the cold climate. Therefore, you will find these kind of trees in the cold regions which is Himadri range. Then we have the animals like mountain dogs, yaks and snow leopards. So these animals are found in very cold region. Now Himadri range is covered with snow throughout the year. That's why we will find these animals there, but not in the Shivalik range or Himachal range. Then few people live in this region as it is very cold. Now we already have discussed about these things that where in the cold places, very less people they used to live there. So as Himadri is very cold, so obviously we get to see very less population there. The people work as guides and helpers and help the tourists and mountaineers who visit the region. If you have visited the cold places, no, mostly they are like Tawang, where it snow falls, no, during the winter season. Their occupation is particularly most of the people work as a guide and tourist guide, right? They or as a now as a mountaineer, because most of the people in the Himadri range, most of the people visit there to climb the mountain. So most of the local people are the mountaineer, and also they serve as a guides for the tourist. So this is how they work to earn for themselves in this Himadri range, or you can say the cold places. So you have to remember, in Himadri range, plants like fir, cheer, deodar plants are can be seen. They are grown there. Then we have animals like mountain dogs, yaks, and snow leopards. And people, there live only quite a few people because it is very cold there. And people mostly work as guides and helpers and help the tourists and mountaineers who visit the region. Then we come to the Himachal range. Now Himachal range is also a cold region. So here also we are going to get the trees like fir, deodar, and pine. Remember, Shillong is full of pine trees, right? Yes. So fir, deodar, and pine trees are covered in this region, and animals like yaks, mules, and horses. So these are the animals that we will get to see. Yaks, obviously, you can see in the Himadri as well as in Himachal. Even plants like fir and deodar you are going to see in the Himadri as well as in Himachal. Then yaks, mules, and horses are very common animal that you will find in the Himachal range. Now what about the people? Now people grow apples, cherries, and peaches as the climate is favorable. If you move to Kashmir, if you visit Kashmir, so Kashmir apples, right? Kashmir peaches, these are the very famous fruits. So as the climate is favorable to grow these crops, such kind of crops, so people, they indulge themselves in cultivating apples, cherries, and peaches there. Okay. Now let's move to the next one, the Shivalik range. Now in Shivalik range, are very low, right? So you are going to see varieties of pine and spruce. So these are kind of trees, varieties of pine and spruce. Then also we will get to see the shisham trees. So these are the varieties of trees that we will find in the Shivalik range. Then we have the animals. Now we have, during my life class, we have got to know that Kaziranga and Jim Corbett, they falls into the Shivalik range, right? So obviously tigers, elephants, and rhinoceros are commonly found animals in the Shivalik range. Then we have the people. Shivalik range, even we also, Shivalik range is surrounding us, right? So people grow wheat and rice. Mostly, the most common thing that we grow here is wheat and rice. And tea plantations are also common in Assam, in Darjeeling. Why? The tea plantation is very common here, right? Because we have the Shivalik range. That is what. As we have this comfortable and very favorable climate and soil, so it is very good to grow wheat and rice, and also for tea plantations. So these are the three differences about plants, animals, and people among the Himadri range, the Himachal, and the Shivalik range. Now let's move towards the equipments required to climb a mountain. So we have already seen people climbing a mountain, right? But what are the equipments that require for climbing a mountain? So mountaineers from all over the world visit the northern mountains, mostly the northern mountains. Why? To climb it. They hope to climb the mountains in these regions. So the mountaineers carry special equipments during mountaineering to keep themselves safe. They are caps or helmets, jackets, special shoes, backpack, etc. Okay. Now let us come to this one, the picture here. Now let's move towards this picture. So you have to identify what are these. So shoes. So these are the shoes here. Clear? Then here we have the backpack. Then ice axe. Then helmet. Here we have the helmet. Then we have the jacket here. Right? Then we have the ropes. So these are some of the things that we have to carry while climbing the mountain. Then gloves. So these are the gloves and here is the cap. So these are some of the things that we have to carry during climbing the mountain, because these are very necessary, and mountains are very tall and steeper, so there is a chance of accident. So you have to be careful, and you have to take your own safety along with you. So that's why these are some of the things, few of the things that we have got to see. Other things I'll show you in the live class. Now let's come to be amazed. So some animals found in the Himalayas are very rare. For example, Himalayan black bear, red panda, snow leopard, the Himalayan tahar. So these are some of the animals. There are lots more animals are there, okay? So that can be found in the Himalayas. Then let's come to the English fun. Have you heard of the writer Ruskin Bond? I hope you have read some books about written by Ruskin Bond, right? So he lives in Landore near Mussoorie. So he is a British Indian. So he lives in Landore near Mussoorie and has spent most of his life in the Himalayan region. He writes books mainly for children. Many of his books have also been made into film. The Blue Umbrella is one of example. So most of his books, the children books, are related to the nature. Then let's come to maths fun. The Burj Khalifa in Dubai, the tallest building in the world, is 208 meter tall. Mount Everest is 8,848 meter tall. How many Burj Khalifas would you need to stack on top of one another to reach the approximate height of Mount Everest? So the common thing you can do is the divide. Now you have to solve this on your own, and I'll give you the answer in the Google Classroom later on, but try to solve this maths on your own. Now let's come to the workbook part. So here we have the question number 14. Complete the following mind map using the uses of the Himalayan range. So these are the uses of the Himalayan range. Number A, they protect us from enemies by forming a natural wall, right? Then number B, provide us with useful resources such as wood, medicinal herbs, and fruit. Then the C is, are the sources of rivers. Himalayan ranges are the sources of rivers such as the Ganga, Yamuna, and Brahmaputra. Then number D, keep India's climate warm by protecting us from the cold winds coming from northern Asia. So these are the uses of the Himalayan ranges. Then we have come to the multiple choice question. So question number 15 is, which of the following animals is found in the Himadri range? We have yak, deer, horse, and elephant. So obviously yak is found in the cold region, so the answer will be yak. Then question number 16. A hiker is going to the mountains. He is excited about seeing yaks, pine trees, and eating peaches. Which range is the hiker traveling to? Vindhya range, Himadri range, Shivalik range, and Himachal range. So a hiker means one who hikes, means one who climbs a mountain. So he is excited to see the yaks, pine trees, and eating peaches. Now which range? Remember, Vindhya range, Himadri range, Shivalik range, Himachal range. Shivalik range is not possible, okay? Then Vindhya range is also not possible. Himadri range, yes, we can see the yaks, no, but not the pine trees, or we cannot eat the peaches also, because yaks, pine trees, and even peach, the cultivation of peach is done in the Himachal range, right? So the correct answer will be Himachal range. Next we have question number 17. Observe the following pictures. Identify the activities taking place. Name the Himalayan ranges where these activities take place. So picture 1, there is full of snow, and picture B is a tea plantation. The people are plucking the tea leaves. So picture A shows mountaineering. That means this activity takes place in the Himadri range. Then picture B shows the picking or tea picking, which is very common in the Shivalik range, because Shivalik range is famous for tea plantations. Then we come to question number 18. Look at the pictures of the animals. Write the names of these animals and the ranges in which they are found in the northern mountains. So first we have the horse. Horse are found in the Himachal range, not in Himadri, only in Himachal range. Then rhinoceros, obviously it's the Shivalik range. Then snow leopard. Snow leopard we will be getting to see in the Himadri range, and yak too in the Himadri range. So the horse in the Himachal, rhinoceros in the Shivalik, snow leopard in the Himadri, and yak in the Himadri as well. Now let's come to question number 19. Shade and name the following on the map. The northwestern and northeastern Himalayan states or union territories. Obviously, the northwest, it begins from northwest, right? The Himalayas in India, and it ends at the northeast. So, northwest, which state is this? Yeah, it is the Jammu and Kashmir to the Arunachal Pradesh. So, you have to shade it, okay? Now, here on the map here, if you can see, this is the shaded part, okay? So I have did the shaded part, and then you have to mention here the northwestern union territory, that is Jammu and Kashmir, and Arunachal Pradesh, this one, A and B, okay? Then we have number B, the state in the Himachal range which has an important mountain pass, that is the Himachal Pradesh. So Rohtang Pass is in Himachal Pradesh, right? So you have to find out the location of the Rohtang Pass and then mention the state as well, the Himachal Pradesh. Also remember to mention the Himadri range, okay? Okay, so now let's move towards the next one. Just a minute. I'll be passing this map to you, so you don't have to worry about it. So next we have the last question, which is question number 20. Imagine you are chosen to organize a mountaineering expedition to the northern Himalayan peaks. Make a list of items required to be carried by the team members. Write why they are necessary. So things required to be carried by the team members are as follows. So we have already talked about it, right? So the first thing is caps or helmets. Why? To keep the mountaineers safe. Suppose if somebody falls down, then this helmet or the cap will save us, and even from the snowfall. Then special shoes and ropes. As the snow is very sleepy, or you can say it can go down very quickly, because the carpet of the snow is very rough there, very thick, you can say. Therefore, special shoes and ropes to help mountaineers climb properly, and as they will be climbing up the steep, so we need some special shoes and also the ropes. Medicines and jackets to keep them fit and healthy. Yes, medicine we have to carry it with us, and jackets to keep us warm. Backpack and torch to carry things and see in the dark, because there is no electricity in those areas, so you need to carry your important stuffs in the backpack, and also you have to carry the torch as well. So these are some of the things it's very necessary that you need to be carried while climbing or while you are going for a mountaineering expedition. Clear? So go through the lesson, read the question answers properly. I'll be sending you the answers in the Google Classroom. So write it, complete all the answers in your copies. All the question answers in your copy, EVS 2 copy, and then submit it on the given date. Okay? So here I end my class as well as the lesson. Thank you.